Hey guys, welcome back to Draw Along Doodles with Walker. Today we're going to make a sweet little bumblebee. I don't know if you've ever heard that song. I'm bringing home a baby bumblebee. Won't my mommy be so proud of me? It's a favorite in our house right now. All right, we're going to start with the middle section of the bumblebee where his legs and his wings come from. And essentially, it's like an oval/rectangle. All right. Then we're going to add a bump that starts a little bit narrower than that shape. And it may take a couple times for you to get it nice and even. And then we're going to add the back part. So I'm going to curve down. Now he's not a wasp, so it doesn't need to be pointy. I'm making like a sweet little honeybee. I think it came in too far over there. Okay, good deal. Now I'm going to go ahead and get my wings on. I'm going to leave a little space right here in between. And I'm going to come up and to the right, up and to the left. Okay. Now right here, I'm going to round down about the width of a finger, maybe a little bit bigger. And then I'll do the same thing over here. And then I'm going to come back to the center of the wing. And I'm going to come not quite sideways, but a little bit down and out to the right. All right, back to my other center of the wing, down and out to the left. And I'll try to get him about the same angle. Remember, he's in the middle of flying, so, if it's a little off, it'll be fine. Now I'm going to take this part and I'm going to wave in, out, and then a smaller in, out. And I am going to curve that a little bit so it doesn't look quite as much like a triangle. All right, in, out, and a smaller in, out. Okay, I'm going to draw the little lines inside his wings where you can kind of see that structural part. Yes, that is my most thought out word of the day. Part. Do you have those days where you forget words too? They are always silly days. All right, I'm going to come add one right here. And I'm not really making those veins terribly exact on each side. I'm just kind of going and putting them loosely in. Okay, let's make his big ol' eyes. So from the side of this oval, I'm going to follow the edge. Then I'm going to round out a little bit past the end and then curve it back in. It's kind of like a peanut M&M. All right, rounding out and then curving back in. Excellent. And I'm going to come and put his antenna coming from that center part. And then I'm going to get what would be his stripe back here. Because bumblebees are fuzzy, I'm going to make a stripe, but I'm going to make it a very zigzagged alternating line. Okay. Now, for his legs are coming from this center part. They're coming from up here. So part of it will be tucked underneath the wing. So there's one. And there's two. There's the first segments for those two legs. And then we'll come and copy that over here. So 1 and 2. All right. Now we're going to go down, then a little foot out, and go in and down, and a little foot out. All right, same thing over here. I think I made that one too short. So down and out, down and in a little bit, and out. Now, we're going to imagine that the front part of this foot in the front would be hidden underneath the wing. So we're just going to show just a little bit of that rectangle. Just a little. And then I'm going to have his front feet and out, up, and out. Now, in my original drawing, I didn't show his front feet. I imagined they'd be all behind him, but that's up to you. If you decide you really want to show all 6 legs on the insect, then go ahead and add them. All right, we're going with the most forward object and then going back. So we'll start with the wings. Very good. Then we're going to go to this body section in the middle. We'll do his big eyes that are bugging out, which is appropriate since he's a bug. I'm going to come across and then give him his antenna. Then we'll come and do his little legs in the front. I'm going to make them a little bit thicker than just a solid line. I'm going to come and fatten that line up a little bit so that it looks more substantial. Okay. Now we're going to get the back part of this body right here. We'll get his legs on the bottom. Thickening those lines up a little bit. Now, if you're using a water marker, you may not need to do that. You may already be a decent thickness. I'm going to come and do the other side. 1 and 2. And then down with the slender part of his leg. 1 and 2. For this insect, you have the detail lines on the wings and you have the detail lines of that stripe. So a thin Sharpie or a thin pen, if you have it, is the best choice. That way you don't get distracted from your other more important lines. And you can decide if you want those to be more loosely drawn and broken or if you want them to be very rigid and very strict to their shape. That's more of a stylistic choice, which means that each artist gets to decide how they want theirs to appear, even though they're not making giant decisions about, say, a shape or the way something's put together. They are making decisions about how to finish that out so that it looks like them. Just like when you're writing with your hand, not everybody's handwriting looks exactly the same. You make a choice about whether the curve of your letters is going to be wide, how far the slant of your letters is going to go, so that everybody's handwriting looks like their own work as opposed to like they're copying a font on Microsoft Word. All right, guys, I hope you enjoy. We'll see y'all again later.